A storm is brewing within the African National Congress, ANC, and the epicenter appears to be a series of late-night phone calls from Secretary-General Gwede Mantashe to President Cyril Ramaphosa. The calls, which reportedly began earlier this week, have thrown the corridors of Parliament into chaos, leaving MPs anxious, faction leaders scrambling, and political analysts scrambling to decode what is being said behind closed doors. According to insider sources, Mantashe's calls are not mere routine check-ins. They are described as urgent, persistent, and highly strategic, occurring well past midnight, often continuing into the early hours of the morning. Party insiders suggest that the content of these calls revolves around highly sensitive matters, including factional alignments within the ANC, policy directives, and potential personnel shifts that could affect the party's entire leadership structure. "This is not normal," one senior ANC MP told our reporters on condition of anonymity. "When Gwede Mantashe is calling the president at midnight, you know something major is happening. It's sending shockwaves through the party because no one knows exactly what's being decided behind closed doors. Parliament is tense, there is fear, uncertainty, and speculation everywhere. The atmosphere inside Parliament has been described as palpable and electric, with MPs whispering anxiously in the corridors between sessions. Some opposition members reportedly laughed nervously, sensing the ANC's unease and seizing the moment to raise pointed questions about leadership and governance. ANC MPs, on the other hand, have reportedly held emergency caucus meetings to discuss the implications of Mantashe's actions, trying to anticipate the potential fallout. Observers note that Mantashe's calls may signal an attempt to consolidate influence over key policy decisions or upcoming party conferences. Political analyst Professor Sipho Dlamini explains, Gwede has always been the quiet but decisive hand in party matters. These late-night interventions suggest a level of urgency and perhaps even a degree of crisis management. The fact that the calls are secretive and timed at such late hours amplifies the tension. Everyone senses that something critical is at stake. The ANC has long battled internal factionalism, with divisions often bubbling beneath the surface. Reports suggest that Mantashe's calls are contributing to heightened anxiety among MPs aligned with different factions. There is speculation that the Secretary-General may be attempting to sway the President on key appointments or policy directives, prompting intense behind-the-scenes strategizing. One moment you have MPs discussing the economy, the next moment whispers circulate about who might be next to be reshuffled, said a parliamentary source. Some are nervous about losing influence, others are worried about being drawn into conflicts they cannot control. Gwede's calls have created a sense that the entire party is teetering on the edge. Opposition parties have wasted no time capitalizing on the uncertainty. Leaders from the Democratic Alliance and Economic Freedom Fighters have publicly questioned the ANC's stability, suggesting that the party's internal battles could have direct consequences for governance and national policy. When the ruling party is in panic mode, the country pays the price, one opposition MP reportedly said during a fiery parliamentary debate. Adding to the tension, insider leaks hint that the calls may involve critical discussions about upcoming national programs, appointments of key ministers, or even responses to recent allegations against high-ranking officials. Some MPs fear that the outcome could lead to sudden cabinet reshuffles, policy reversals, or strategic realignments that would shift the balance of power within the ANC. Observers are also noting the psychological impact of the calls. People are exhausted, a source said. The calls happen late at night, and the uncertainty they create lasts for days. MPs are distracted, worried, and unable to focus on their work. This is a new level of pressure in the ANC. The implications of these late-night calls extend far beyond party politics. Analysts warn that if the tension escalates, it could affect national governance, economic stability, and the ANC's public image. When the ruling party is consumed with internal panic, decision-making slows, policy stall, and the country suffers, said Dlamini. The calls are a symptom of a deeper malaise, and everyone is watching to see how Ramaphosa responds. As the ANC struggles to manage the fallout, Parliament remains on high alert. Security is reportedly tighter, caucus meetings more frequent, and whispers of potential crises circulate at every turn. One MP, visibly exasperated, commented, "It feels like we're in uncharted territory. No one knows what's coming next." Every call from Gwede could change the game entirely.